What I like to do is put a turret here at the barrier at the start for pistol, put an alarm bot here, and then I literally just sit B main. Like I sit here in this corner until someone pushes up. And if no one's pushing up, after my team gets around this point, I start lurking up. And this is just like a pistol round lurk setup that you can do. But it would require your team to go A. Why does it last so long in the loading screen? Okay, here we go.
You ever think about teaching wingman to use a gun? Just a thought. Write it down, maybe.
Quick little pistol round. I'm scared. Why are you scared, bro? What's there to be scared of? I don't play KJ on Icebox normally. What do you usually play? Like, what's your main agent or main role? Because I think I tailor my specific coaching style to like the agent played. It's kind of useless if you don't play this agent. Sentinel? Okay, then it's fine. Bro's guessing where to put his turret.
Sentry.
You're cringe just sitting behind your turret. What the flip, dude? Raise the AFK or what?
Placing swarm grenade.
Wait, what is that volley? What are you trying to volley? Did you see a ghost or something?
Right there.
First things
Enemy
first.
spotted B.
Let's go.
Siege low. One's min.
I like your comms. For a hard stack iron, your comms are pretty good.
Placing alarm bot. Bot coming back.
Yeah, you did it mid round, but you didn't do it pre-round. There's a lot to go over in that first thing.
30 seconds left. Swarm grenade.
I'm gold, I know.
One enemy remaining.
Wait, the molly actually
Seconds
worked.
left. Swarm grenade out. One enemy remaining. Removed.
Wait, I'm sealing this. This is tech right here, no? Okay, let's start at the beginning. So, on Sentinel, on attack, your main role is to hold your team's flank while also going for lurk timings. So, it's pretty difficult to do that when they're all sitting in spawn. So, at this point right here, I would ask my team where they want to go. So like, hey guys, what's up? Where you want to go? And then normally they say A for me. In my elo, they're like, oh, let's go A, let's go A. So what I do is I put a turret down here. This turret spot, it's good, but it's better if you put it on the floor rather than on top. Because if it's on top, I don't think it covers the under tube angle. Like if someone's peeking under tube, it doesn't get them. Maybe it does, I don't know. I've never put it up here. But I just like the info of like having the wider angle towards mid. And then since you have an alarm bot and full util, if that's what you like to buy a pistol, I would put my alarm bot like right where you put it before after the round started, and then lurk inside B main. That way, if someone is coming this way from B main, you'll know because of your alarm bot, and you'll be holding this angle right here in garage. So that way you have this lane covered, and then you also have that lane covered. So for when your team goes there, you have their flank covered, and then you can go for a timing based on the pushes. Especially as a sentinel main, you can rank up pretty easily just by lurking and your elo. So, first thing I'd say work on is have like a set idea of what you want to do at the start of the round. Right here, you're just guessing. You're like, should I put up my turret here? Maybe here's a better idea. But just like have a default go-to setup for attack pistol or defense pistol. This is good info about your mic sounds weird. Hold on, let me fix it. It's better? Let me know if it's better or not. It happens sometimes. I gotta disconnect it and reconnect it. Wait, am I in delay still? Okay, hold on. I gotta disconnect the whole thing. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? It should be fixed now, right? Okay, we're good. So, like, have a set idea or a set plan. Wait, what's up, undyingly? A set plan of what you want to do before you start the round. And then you have the alarm out still too as well. You're just if you had this turret, if you had this turret on the floor, you wouldn't have to worry about your right side at all until the turret activated, and you could just hold this angle. So don't be afraid to rely on utility. So there's no way they could be up on your right side that this close, because your turret has it. So you can just focus this angle right here as well. You don't have to
Placing swarm
you don't
grenade.
have to switch between this and this. Or like look at the like you don't need to be looking at the wall here. You can just look straight at this angle. But be aware that even if your turret like tags it, they can still peek you through it. So like you shouldn't be exposed here because they can swing wide and kill you. Or like even swing a bottom of tube and the turret won't get it because your turret is on top of the thing, like just based on angle interactions. That's why I like it better at the bottom because it would see the walkout of tube, it would see under tube, and it would. Also, my plan with was use my AFK teammates. Okay, that's actually a fire plan. But they stopped being AFK after a while, no?
Placing swarm grenade.
Oh, you're raised, you're raised. Got it. Alright, then the rest of it's fine. Vandal second round? What the flip, dude? If you're gonna buy Vandal second round, you shouldn't be lurking. Or on second round as a whole, you should be sticking together because you have gun advantage. You don't want to give them a free like 3v1 to get the gun.
Placing sentry.
I'll show you in a custom later of my
Enemy
particular
spotted
KJ setup.
mid.
Also, if your team's not calming, try to be the one to calm and make the plays. Because right now it's just playing the game. It's like underrated. Nobody really cares about winning. And if you see, okay, on especially these rounds where you have gun advantage and you just want your pistol, if you see a teammate that's alone like this Clove, stick with them. Just trade them out, like bait them, completely bait them. They should not be alone in the first place, but if they are and no one said anything, just stick, double up with them. Because right now, he just gave them a free gun. He's fighting alone and gave them a free gun. They have a Phantom that he bought a Phantom and he just Amazon Prime delivered it to the enemy team. Whereas if you were like with them, you maybe could have traded him out and it would have
Enemy down.
been easier, you know. Also, if you are going A, if you're not gonna lurk, if you're not gonna lurk towards B, you should do a turret that also holds B flank. So like on top of this little uh barrel right here. Because right now your B flank is open, and you realize that you put an alarm bot for it. But just based on where you're going, where you're gonna go at the start of the round, there's different setups you should be doing, which I'll show you in a custom in a bit.
30 seconds left.
Other rule of thumb: always beat your teammates. You should not be the one going in first or. What is that guy doing? Nice go. So I think it was here. It's here. Your duelists are back here, but you're trying to like take space. Don't do that. Just either wait for them to go first, or go mid, have a lurk or something. But not on this round. Not on this round particularly because you
30
have a gun
seconds left.
advantage. But just be mindful of where you are compared to your teammates.
Recalling my bot.
Or like communicate that, oh, we should go in or we should leave. Um, just so like you're the last line of defense. This is good. I don't hate this because they're playing a passive angle. Like you're lurking, but it's a passive angle. You're not pushed up. Okay, I don't like that, but it's highly unlosable at this point. In a perfect world, you just regroup B main with your teammates just so the Neon doesn't get the Vandal and he ends up saving it. Yeah, I think the problem here is that you don't know what your team's doing, so you don't know what to do as well. So you gotta just communicate, talk to them, ask them where they want to go, what they want to do. This is the round where you should be lurking. 2-0, because now they have Vandals, and you have your Force Spy guns. Usually that's either a Guardian or a Spectre, something like that, Marshall. But you have a Vandal here. But on this round, you should be lurking, like trying to get cheeky kills, you know, in a dumb way. This is where you should start the lurking phase. I think the main problem here is that like you don't have intention behind what you're doing. You don't know what to do. Like your aim is fine. It's mostly just what you're supposed to be doing that you look confused on.
Player standing.
Placing swarm grenade.
NT.
Swarm grenade out.
One enemy remaining.
Wait, you almost won that. NT. Damn, you're popping off. 8-1.
I love this part.
Whole team looks confused. Yeah, that's the CeeLo. I'll say that I said this last or yesterday, and I'll say this again. And anything below Ascendant, you can just carry yourself out mechanically. There's no team play involved. There's little to no team play involved. You can just out aim everyone or like be the better player to carry your team.
Drop in a
Then once you get to Ascendant, there's team play involved, and like I can focus more on the team play rather than the individual mechanics or gameplay.
initiated.
This ult's a bit too early.
Initiated. Placing swarm grenade.
So you already have the bomb down. You already have sight almost. You should be delaying this ult to about like 10 seconds after plant to prevent them from getting on spike. And it's a bit safer here too. It gets okay. So thing with KJ ult, there's a way to optimize it. So like it has like this big ass radius. Right now you're wasting this extra bit of space here on the left that could be moved to the right if you just put the ult a little bit over here, and then it would cover this, like the edge of it would cover this, plus it would encircle more of orange and more of hulls. So that it's harder to break as well because it's deeper into B main. And then it would also prevent them from getting on bomb for longer because they have to go deeper into their space.
Alarm bot out.
I like that you used it though. It's not always good to hold
Areas clear.
ults for the perfect moment. It's
Placing
fine that you used it here. 3v2, it's highly losable.
One enemy
That's
remaining.
done.
It's not in Goldie low, but yeah, everyone's just doing their own thing. This is more so about like individual rather than team play. I won't even say anything about team play. Yeah, like this. This is good. I like that you're just sitting here with your turret. Like that's completely fine as a sentinel. It's supposed to be just holding your team's flank and not allowing them to be flanked, and then when the time is right, go get alert timing.
Placing swarm.
For post, you're also be like this. Yeah, you're doing molly lineups. You're supposed to be like the last line of
One enemy remaining.
defense, where they have to get 3 or mollies or whatever. Actually play better than me. I tend to like go for first engagements because I don't know, I'm bored. It's like a more disciplined play style. Like you actually stay alive for the post. I'm usually dead before it. I'm gonna need to show you some attack setups. Turret's actually pretty good if you're going A and staying belt. It covers B flank and mid flank. But just based on where you're starting, there's better turrets you can do that can give you more range. So like you can go deeper into the sites while still having your turret active and not worry about it going down. That's a good default turret. Like if your team is defaulting throughout the map, like there's one person A, you're B, there's duo? No, not right now. I'm VOD reviewing and then I'm gonna do filtering. Hey, what did I do, man? I asked you to do it the other day and you didn't wanna. I guess I should do it right now. I should show you the setups. Hold on. I'm getting a custom. It's Icebox. Okay. I can do it like while in the VOD review, so it's more relevant. Cause I had to work. Excuses, bro. Hold on, let me turn off this music.
I've already thought of everything.
I need to put calming piano music. Hold on. Calming piano music. Peaceful piano. For VOD reviews. Okay, my last game, how can I win? I can't right now.
Bomb grenades? Check. Killer robots? Check.
Alright.
Oh, don't worry. I only kill when I say so.
So for pistol, I like to just tell my team to go A, so I can do my own thing. Because this is what I like doing. I like putting
Oh, do I have to attach legs to the
turret
spider?
here, because
Entering sentry.
hold on.
Bot coming back. Out of charges.
I think the turret visuals is the same as yours, except it's like it ends here. So right now, if you're sitting here, you're seeing that, and you're seeing that. If you put your turret, if you put your turret here, it doesn't see this deeper angle right here, like wherever this is. So like your teammates can get peeked. And I don't think it sees, okay, it doesn't see this either. So like someone could peek this without getting tagged by your turret, whereas the other one,
Bot coming back. Can't
like
use that yet.
it covers, oh fuck,
My ultimate is ready.
it covers more. It covers the guy peeking out of tube rather than
Recalling my bot.
just the head glitch angle for the under. So what I like to do is put a turret here at the barrier at the start for pistol, put an alarm bot here,
Placing alarm bot.
and then I literally just sit B main. Like I sit here in this corner until someone pushes up. And if no one's pushing up, after my team gets around this point, I start lurking up. And this is just like a pistol round lurk setup that you can do. But it would require your team to go A. If your team is going B,
Recalling my bot coming back.
the only thing I really do is put a turret for them like this,
Out.
and then like just sit here, make sure like the turret has my back, so like I'm not right here, because right here they see me before my turret sees them. So I'm like right here, and I just wait until I can get the perfect lurk timing or whatever, while my team is going B. If your team is going A and you want to
Bot
lurk,
coming back.
the other setup I showed you before works, but if you're going A with them, you can put a turret like right here,
Placing sentry.
and then you can go up to here before it goes down.
Recalling my bot.
One that I saw like in a pro game is here, but this one's not really that, like it gets you deeper into sight without it going down, but I don't think this one's really that good because the way people counter it is they just jump across, and now it only shot once, it's still active, and I can go behind it. So it's like a free flank after shooting once. Like you don't have to break it to go past it.
Bot coming back.
So just be aware of that if you're using this one. And guess that's about it, like in terms of attack setups at the start. I mean, there's other things you can do, like let me think. Like you can put the turret for this, and then save your alarm bot and have a lurk go this way, like through mid. This alarm bot is only really helpful if you want your own flank to be covered. So like if you're going this way and you want to know, or not this way. If you're going this way,
Bot coming back.
this doesn't go with this. It's like this. So if you're going either one of these ways, and you're scared that someone's going to push up the other side, this alarm bot covers it. So you can lurk up this side without worrying about being in garage, because at a higher elo, it's more about like space than it is about, I don't know, shooting people. Like the amount of space you have is what determines the round win based on team play. So as long as you don't have to worry about this particular space, you can focus on clearing either right side, or if you're in garage, you don't have to worry about someone timing you this way, so you have that space covered, and you can just worry about this side. Like no one's gonna randomly turn around after going here like this way. I mean, maybe they do if they're aware, but if you've been lurking every round in garage, this is like the default setup that I mostly do all the time. To have a lurk and be main, like I just sit here and then wait for pressure. That's about it. And back to the VOD. Opping on KJ?
Recalling my bot. Reloading. Placing alarm bot.
Also try to have those like
Recalling my bot.
setups before the start of the round. You can switch them up mid round based on what your team is doing or where you guys want to go, but ideally just have one in mind at the start of the round. You put it down and then you go based off that. Your util could also be used for space denial. Let me get in range. So say your team's faking a site, right? And you're with them. So say you went A, you're faking A with your KJ ult, you put a KJ ult here, you ult, and then you're running back. Since you have your turret here, the only place that they can be is behind this area right here, because your turret has all of this space just based off it shooting. Oh, you can't see? Sorry. Okay, there you go. So what I did was I put like a KJ out here. Say you're faking A. The important thing about KJ's util especially is that it denies space, or like you have space because of it. Like this entire sightline right here, you know nobody can be in because of your turret. Unless it's smoked off your turret, nobody can be past this line right here. Same way where you were holding this angle right here. So you're holding this angle right here, you can put a turret for here and just leave it, because it'll have this entire sightline. Or even better, to have deeper control, you can go around in garage, put a turret like here, run back, help your team with the yacht. But you did well. After you left the angle, you put in a alarm bot before you left, which is really good because it covers the flank and denies that space as well. But if you have the turret, it's better to use the turret for flank because it covers like a range rather than just a small radius. In that situation, the alarm bot was definitely better because it's just gonna be this sight line anyway, and no one's gonna go up spawn. But if you're doing the alarm bot, like if you're holding this angle and putting alarm bot, that's fine. But just be aware that your turret has like more value holding flank if you just go around and do that.
Bot coming back.
I wouldn't.
Bot coming back.
You could do this. You could just like run out and put it here. This would be a bit more dangerous for me though, and it doesn't cover that deep angle. So
Calling my bot.
personally, what I would have done is run back around garage, do this,
Turret out.
and it covers more deeper of an angle as well. It's safer because I'm covered by this wall rather than being exposed to the open.
Recalling my bot.
It's just personal preference. I think you can do this too. You can do this too. It doesn't really matter since your team's already taking the site. But my point was that your util can deny info,
Bot coming back.
or not deny info. It can deny space, space from the enemy team. Like if your turret is right here, you know they can't be past this line right here because their turret has that sight line. And that's important for like mid rounding and IGLing and knowing where. I guess it's not that relevant in your elo, but just knowing where everyone is and how much like space you have. Like without this turret, you'd have to worry about every single area here. So you'd have to clear a spawn, you'd have to clear these right corners while also clearing the left, and you'd have to be worried about like someone being just holding this angle right here or whatever. But with that turret, it denies all that, all those positions just based off the info it gives you. And back to the VOD review. My main point was like the denial of space that your util grants you. My shot.
Spike. Reloading. Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
30 seconds left. Last player
I like that play.
standing.
Reloading.
I like that play out of you.
Placing
The
swarm
only
grenade.
issue was that you made a footstep, but also you should have tapped
30
before you
seconds
made you went for this, because if you tap, you're gonna keep him second guessing on whether you're actually sticking the plant or if it's a tap. So if he was just tapped on default spot, he would have been more scared or
Grenade out.
more indecisive about whether
30
you're
seconds
flanking or
Last
you're
player standing. Clutch.
you're pushing him. Like it would have made the fight easier for you,
Honestly,
just mentally, because it gives him a little indecision.
turret out.
This turret gives them too much space. I wouldn't do this turret. Unless like I don't think you would have a play in gold like taking space past spawn, but although it's in range the entire site, it gives the like I said, your util sentinel util is mostly used for like space control and like info. So here you're losing all the info of back towards respawn. So if you want to rotate, you're screwed. It's good for just holding if you want to push, but you never know what's going to happen during a round. So what it like if they had KG ulted you here, you wouldn't be able to commit to the site because you're stalled first, and then the rotates are pulled over, and then this turret is useless because they can be all the way up in your spawn, and they can have space on you. Um, Try to stick to like positionings for your util that would grant you the most amount of space denial while also keeping in range. So like the two turrets I showed you, one on top of the barrel and then the one used in like pro play by someone on top there, but I personally don't like that one.
Swarm grenade.
But if pros use it, I don't know. What can I say?
Last
Which did
player
happen.
standing.
I didn't even realize, but that did happen because okay, I just explained something without watching it, and this exact thing
Got
happened.
the spike.
That's funny. That's like one of those perfectly timed moments.
Ah, turret down.
A shot.
Removed. Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
And TNT. 1v3 hard to win. I'm just giving like I could have given you tips about the specific 1v3, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna focus more so on like general tips. Because there's a lot that could have been done better there in the 1v3, but that's pretty much a lost round anyway. So I'll just stick to like the big general tips that would.
Alarm bot out.
That alarm bot would pair well with this turret I showed you for A flank, because it gives you deeper control of mid while also having the A flank. Just this alone is I wouldn't say it's useless, but it's not as impactful as if you had both your turret and alarm bot up for this flank, the A flank, and then the mid flank. But in the first place, since your clove is there, I don't think you should be doing that alarm bot because you already have that space because your teammate is there. Think of your util as like an extra person, an extra little AI that just stands there and tells you whether there's someone there, or someone has been there. What are those things? Forgot what they're called, but fingerprints. It's like you're keeping them there to catch any fingerprints or like DNA data to know whether someone has been there. The only issue with that is though, just be aware they can smoke off your util as well. But I don't think they know how to do that in golds, so you don't have to worry about that for a while.
Precise.
Nice shots. Your aim is actually pretty clean. Cross replacement and aim. It's more so like a game sense thing.
30 seconds left.
And no one's calming, which is pretty difficult.
Last player
It's pretty difficult that no one's calming.
Alarm bot. Placing alarm bot.
Also, don't do the setups that I showed you just to do them because I showed you them. Um, the main problem I see here is that you don't know what you want to do like at the start of the round. Uh, so think about it for a second. If you have your turret here, it covers B main flank and mid flank. You don't need an alarm bot here. Sure, they can come break your turret, and then you got to worry about the flank, but you don't need to put it right here right away. You don't like you're basically having to recall it if you're not okay. How to explain this? So imagine this turret doesn't get breaken, and then you still have this alarm bot. This alarm bot is then useless because your turret already has the flank first contact.
Placing alarm bot.
If they do break it, you can turn around and place that alarm bot. Thereby like you having more impact with that alarm bot because if they don't break it, then you can like use it somewhere on site. You know what I mean? If they don't break your turret. Like you're right now you have a double flank setup, and they haven't indicated flanking that hard, apart from last round with Gecko. So Llama, it's kind of useless here because your turret already is in range. And if you want to watch flank with your turret, the barrel turret is good for doing that. Because this one's really good for defaulting. Like if you just want to watch the mid push if they're on eco. But as for like pushing A, it's the range is very restrictive. You just gotta like find the perfect balance of range and like space denial based on what you are doing in the round. You gotta think about what you're doing first, which is pretty difficult to do in this silo because no one's talking, no one's like making plans. You're the only one that said something. But just try to like I don't know, make up a plan or something. And also I guess it comes with like experience. Right now your turret just shot a bullet. That means that someone's either back here or back here. There's no way they can be up this far, so there's no point in you holding this angle. You can be helping your team holding belt or rafters or something. Until this is broken, you don't have to worry about this close angle right here. It shot a few bullets and it's not going off. That means they're still back here somewhere. Like, just awareness. That's just an awareness thing. They probably won back screens, wherever it
One
was.
enemy remaining.
You will not kill my allies.
One enemy
Placing swarm
remaining.
grenade.
You're a better like post plant KJ than me, bro. I do not play like this. I am in their territory. I take fights, but I should be doing that. Just playing for Molly's in post.
Right, I'm pissed.
Yeah, nothing's being said. I think I've covered what I wanted to say. Like the main problem that I see is like the intention behind what you're doing, or thinking about why you're doing what you're doing and changing that based on how the round is going, you know? And I think the best way to do that is just have a set like standard for the start of the round, and then as the round goes on, the more info you get, you can play off of that.
Last round.
Careful here.
It's especially important on defense as well to just adjust to the enemy's playstyle. Like you should have a initial defense setup that's just a default, and then based on what they are doing, you can change it. It's a lot of just playing reactively to the enemy team.
Lockdown destroyed. Alarm bot out.
Let me just show you this. Oh, because I actually was telling them all this person has discipline. Yeah, you have a lot of discipline, which is good for your rank. Other people in your rank do not have discipline. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna show you. So if you can see on the top left, I can put my ult here, like a bit deeper, and it covers this as well as deeper into this. You keep putting your ult here, which is kind of bad because one, it's easier to break since it's right on the edge of the corner. It's also giving up this entire amount of space. I don't think it's that important in the rounds that you've been playing, but it's just good to get into like a mindset of using your utility and especially ultimates like optimally. Like here,
Here.
putting it here
Initiated. My ultimate ready.
would be better because it covers deeper into that. Same thing with pipes. Let me show you the pipes one. A lot of people put it here, right here, and it leaves this
Area's
big
clear.
open gap. Although this one is a bit more dangerous since it's easier to break, it makes the gap a lot smaller. Like if you truly wanted to cover that gap, you just put it here, but they can easily break it. But it's like finding the sweet spot, the Goldilocks zone between safety and efficiency. So instead of like putting it all the way in this corner, what I do is I put it a little bit out where it's still covered by this big thing. But then I don't think they even, yeah, they can't even hide in this corner anymore. They get detained regardless. But I see a lot of people just putting their ult here, and then there's like a, then they can literally sit here without being detained, both hell and above. That's just one thing about Cage's ult that I want to emphasize.
Clear.
Okay, back to the VOD.
Bot coming back.
Defense 6-6.
Placing alarm bot.
Alright, onto some defense setups. This is where it's most important, especially on this map. The thing I was talking about earlier, space denial. Let me just switch teams.
30 seconds left.
Good. One step
Space
closer
denial.
to being back in pajamas.
So, especially on this map, it's very annoying, but your one job as a sentinel is to hold mid or prevent people from lurking up mid. So, the default setup would be this. You put a turret here, and you can switch up your... Okay, there's a bunch of setups. I think the default one is here, and then you can do it multiple ways. You can come down, you can like, after the barrier drops, you can come down here.
Quick peeks now.
You can like do this, drop this way, and then put an alarm bot down.
Placing alarm bot.
And you could also come this way. This is a bit more dangerous. You got exposed.
Placing alarm bot.
Exposed to mid. Just jump jiggle that. Or you could come through tube and do it like this. But this, again, this is a bit more dangerous because you're exposing yourself. There's many ways you can do it, that specific alarm bot. But what I want to stress here is like the importance of space denial on KJ on this specific map. So your turret here is supposed to hold mid cross. You did an alarm bot here, which is fine for this flank right here, but I could just walk up tube right here, get a lurk on your teammates all the way here without any issue or any worry. So try to pair your utility. That's another thing. Try to pair your utility in a way which like has no holes. You put your turret here. What I'd say is you're getting a bit too greedy with your utility. You're trying to hold this line as well as mid flank, but you can't always do that. Unless you have like a 4-stack towards A, you shouldn't try to be this greedy with your utility. You're trying to hold B as well as mid. Mostly just try to hold mid here. And it depends on the setups your team's doing. But just as a default, this is what you should start with, a mid hold. You can do that turret, and then you can... I think the safest way is just to go down here. This is what people do in Radiant ranked. And nobody really breaks these things, so like, if you have this up, you can be all the way here, help your teammates, still be like still not be worried about mid because you have all this util to protect it. And that's just one of the setups. Another setup you can do is, if they're breaking this turret, like this turret right here, you can do this one right here. The only thing about this one is that they can peek here. Like this is, you gotta tell your teammates, be aware that they can peek this window. Because since it's deeper, they have to get deeper to destroy it, but also you give up a bit more control. And one that I like to do sometimes is this one. Because here, instead of just peeking this safe angle, like I'm pretty safe if I just peek this and shoot this turret. I have to go so wide that like I'm exposed to this entire thing, and maybe someone even from tube shoot it. But the way I pair that turret, I play here off my turret's contact. I swing on the guy because they get tagged at around here. And once they I missed the tube. Once they get tagged, I'm able to just kill them. That's what I do on like ecos or maybe even pistol round. I like to do that. I don't really have setups for sight. I just wing it. I like doing this one a lot where I put my alarm bot for mid or B, because usually I'm solo B, so I put my alarm bot for B. I put my turret for mid, and I just play around the Venn diagram, this little Venn diagram. That way I have B covered, I have mid covered, and my team can 4-stack A or whatever. So like in scenarios where your team is 4-stacking A, you can be a bit greedy with your util, where just turret for here, alarm bot for here, and then you can use yourself as like sort of another piece of utility to deny space. And on defense particularly, there's two ways to play the site hold. So like if you have a person mid watching everything, you have a 3-stack A, and they're telling you to play B, or if you want to play B, I don't know what even would be a good setup. I don't really do this often. I guess here, peek off my turret, alarm bot, Molly's per default. I just made this up right now. I'd play like back yellow off my turret. I'd swing. You have two ways to like be useful. You can either delay the push until your team rotates, or get your 2. And I tend to fall into the category of just delaying the push until my team gets there, because I'm not really that confident in my aim. But if you're confident, you can go for the fights and like just be confident that you can get at least 2. Getting 1 and dying is not worth it, especially as Sentinel, because you're giving up the extra. First of all, you're giving up the entire space that your body was holding, but on top of that, you're giving up the space that your utility was holding as well. So like if I'm KJ, I'm solo B, and my team is 4-stacked A, I have a turret here. Lamba here. Not only am I giving up my life, like my life sightline, like right here, I'm also giving up the entirety of mid control. I'm giving up the entirety of B just because I'm dead. So I tend not to try to go in aggressive fights. But if you have a setup for site itself, then you can go for those. Oh, I got my 2. That is if you're confident and like your teammates can close out the round. If your teammates can't close out the round, you should go for 1 and then like back off, play retake. So like if you want to play a sort of a retake-y setup, I guess a turret here would be fine. Molly there, and then you just play somewhere here. But those are just the two philosophies that you should get into the mindset of either playing for your 2 or more, or just playing retake, delaying the push and playing retake. And that should be it for defense, I think. There's also different, yeah, some people also do this. They like, do this. No, not that, not that, not that. They do this as well, but then they have their like turret all the way back here if they're playing towards A. This covers this tube flank right here. So like, someone did it in a pro game and then everyone started doing it. It covers this area so they can't go through here. And they have to be all the way up here to actually break your turret. I think it's deeper. It's like down there, over there somewhere. I don't do this much because I don't play towards A. You have to kind of play towards A to be in range of it. Like right here. Oh, flip. What the flip, dude? Alright, back to the bottom view.
Enemy.
NT, all good. Happens. It's just Pistol. I don't worry much about Pistol. I don't care about your teammates' gameplay, bro. Move on with it.
Remember what worked in the past.
Hey, how long has it been? How long is it? About 36 minutes? Shroosh. I see you're making that stuff as you go by doing the...
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
It's a struggle, bro.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out. Alarm
The
bot
best way
out.
to get better at Sentinel is just have preset setups instead of trying to think of it on the go. Because then, the worst thing that can happen is you're not set up by the time the round starts and they start rushing you. I already discussed the mid thing. Little flank going on. I think I've given you the most general tips I can in terms of how to play the agent.
You were pitiful.
The rest of this is just like pure solo gameplay.
Quick peeks now.
Your aim is good. Your aim is at least like plat diamond 1 level, like high plat, low diamond level. Just the thinking we need to work on. What are you knifing? You're like, what are you doing here? Can I get a inside the mind of Tempo 21 here?
Spike planted.
Pulling out the Xeno Hunter knife, knifing your Raze while running backwards? What is the thought process behind this?
Out of charges.
Last players.
Let's go. We saving in gold, bro? We saving in gold? I'm just kidding. Well played, well played. You have bits and pieces of it. You have like bits and pieces of really good game sense. I guess because you watched a lot of pro play or like streamers. It just needs to be like more cohesive. Like right there, yeah, it's a good play to save 1v3. You just got a phantom. But it's gold. You can easily win that. You can easily win that. It's gold. They're all ass. They're not pro players.
Turret out.
I only watch you, not gonna lie. Don't you also watch Hemi? Or Settle?
Grenade out.
You were pocket watching me the other day in Settle's chat.
Last.
Yeah, you're actually better. Like you have better aim than these guys. Don't be afraid to
Turret
go for it. You have nothing to lose. Only thing you have to lose is RR, and that doesn't matter. Losing is learning. That's why I'm doing filter radiant, because I keep losing. I saw a TikTok and you were there. Oh, like the TikTok stream while he was streaming.
One enemy.
Okay, do you good, bro? He's in the corner over there.
What is this? Wait,
Okay, do you
wait.
good, bro? He's in the corner over there.
You shooting your demons or what? What was that? So look at my gun buddy. Shredded iron.
30 seconds left.
Look at you playing it so safe.
10 seconds left.
You're literally me if I was gold. Oh, you know that one. You know this one. You always have to pair that one with the alarm bot. The kitchen turret, you also always have to pair it with the alarm bot, because if not, then they can go through here. They can go through there, flank your... The point is to not have any holes in your defense as a sentinel. Here, there's a big ass hole. They can walk up to peek your team from window, or they can go through this area without any, because no one's even holding it. Does Clove pick it up? Does he realize? Oh, literally no one's holding it. They can just walk screens on you. Okay, never mind. Reyna picked it up.
alarm bot out.
Should be aware that they're under tube here,
Destroyed.
because they just crossed mid. And then if they're not under tube, they're in kitchen. You hear him kitchen. I like this spot. It's a little rat spot. Let's
Spike
go.
down B.
Nice. You're better. I would go up tube here behind you. They lost. Saw you orange. They don't expect. Ooh, you're doing it. You're doing it. I like this.
One enemy remaining.
Ah, you shot before you. I like that play though. Exactly what I would have done. You're still playing so disciplined, which is good. Which is good. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I would not be doing this in gold. I guess it's because I'd be smurfing, but okay, never mind. Disciplined into
30
undisciplined.
seconds left.
I'm just super cold. Actually, literally.
My ult is ready. I reckon I'll take a kipper.
You're like
I've earned it.
the things I need to improve on are also the things that you need to improve on, but like at a higher level, you know? Not really. I know a lot of this stuff. It's mostly just team play involved. I haven't said anything about team play because your team's not calming, but
Turret
things I need to work on are more teamwork involved. There's no teamwork involved in gold. It's just
Oi, I'm pissed.
I like that reposition. You noticed? You noticed? Wait, in gold they're smart enough to ult the KGL? I guess I should talk about ult economy then. So one thing to notice at the start of every round, press tab. Press tab. Let me get in the game. You can what the flip? How to respond? Where is it? So you can determine a lot of you can have a lot of reads just based off their eco or their ultimate economy. I guess I'll do it on the other thing because you can see my pointer, right? So here you have KGL, you have Clovalt, they have Sage Ult, they have KGL, they have Neon Ult, they have Brim Ult. So logically, if you're gonna KGL, they're gonna Brim Ult it. And since Neon Ult is kind of like a run it down ult, they're either running it down or they're KG ulting on pipes here or the B for post. And they have Sage Res, so the most likely, like I already saw it, but the most likely just they're gonna rush and probably try to res the Neon if he dies. Like you can base your reads off the ultimates they have and the eco they're on.
Bomb grenade out.
Let me try to make another educated guess based on ults. 3 rounds for now. No way you won that round. They used 3 ults because they're just better. I like the discipline though. Like you heard all those ults go off and you're like, nah, flip this. I'm out.
Like accuracy.
It's always good to just press tab before the moment the round starts. Press tab, look at their economy, and look at what ults they have and how many they are off those ults.
Placing alarm bot.
In higher elo, I don't know what extent it helps in gold, but once you get to diamond and like ascended, it'll help a lot. That's more of like the team play thing I mentioned that I'm not really going over. This is like a swift play to me. Like this looks like a swift play to me if I'm gonna be honest. Your team is not saying anything, they're just playing the game.
Grenade.
I think I've pretty much gone over everything.
Spike planted.
Stats like the
Last
KD.
player
That's the last thing
standing.
you should be looking at. Just ruins your mental. So oh yeah, Oxy posted a clip of like 1v2ing me just today I think, and then someone like commented on my TikTok that it was Oxy, and I didn't realize he posted it. And I forgot that it was Oxy, but then I looked on his stream and I got so many like so much content from it. And I brought that up because I remember pressing tab and seeing that I was 5 and 20 and telling my team to stack C because they're probably gonna push me. And they did push C and they got shit on. They thought we were stream sniping.
Make sure to cover the angles. Turret out.
Someone on their team said it too. They're like, because they realize Xeffo is the weak link and they're trying to help him out, you know, something like that. But I'll edit it later tonight and then post it tomorrow. The entire TikTok with Oxy against Oxy and Cryo. It's pretty funny. It's like I was doing horrible, but I was just telling my team what to do or like giving info out like ults and shit. I went 4 and 18 on Gecko a couple weeks ago. I went 2 and 18 on Gecko
You will not kill.
a week ago. Beat that. This game is pretty much finished. I feel like I've given you everything. I've given you enough knowledge for you to improve at this point. Like the rest of this, I don't think it would matter. That's gonna be it for this VOD review. Hope you all enjoyed. If you would like a VOD review, make sure to join the Discord and send your VOD to Modmill, and that'll be it. Good VOD tempo. I discussed a lot of